Hello and welcome to 2018. I hope everyone has had a very happy New Year, a safe New Year's celebrations, and that they are recovering nicely from their partying or their get-togethers or however you choose to celebrate New Year's Eve. Today is the 1st of January 2018, which makes it the first of the first 11. So it's a very, very important year for everyone in many ways. I also began this video at 1:11 p.m. So my Susan Alexander YouTube came alive again at 1:11, which is really significant for me. And you will also find me on Facebook at Angelic Vibrations 11, and my website is angelicvibrations.net. So this year is going to be a year of growth. It's going to be growth in different directions, change, and we're going to see many changes within ourselves, within the way things are done, the way we think and feel on many different levels are going to be explored individually and collectively. So today, to start off the new year, since it is so fresh, I asked Metatron what would be the best thing for me to do, and he suggested just doing a general overview at the moment of the energies that are currently prevailing for 2018. And for each month, which energies are going to be uppermost in the collective's mind. So with that end, I was drawn to the Julia McKenzie Universal Prophecy cards, and I have set myself up and I have drawn cards for one for each month, so we can get a very quick but general overview of what we can expect for the year. And I can come back then during the year and perhaps explore it a little bit more if Metatron thinks that needs to be done, or if somebody else has a message for me, because I'm told it's going to be a year when there is going to be a collective awakening. People are going to find their ability, their intuition, their psychic abilities, which is intuition as well as being able to see, hear and sense spirit more closely than they have before. All of these abilities are going to be strengthened in those who already have them. They might find that they have or develop further abilities than the ones they currently have. And there will be more people who will, for the first time, be able to see or sense or hear spirit. And most importantly, that from a heart perspective, we will be able to join the heart and the mind, heart-mind, and work from this perspective. So I don't want to go into any further at the moment. We just see what the cards say to us. I'm going to spray my Archangel Metatron flame spray, and yes, it's kind of like I am my own flame at the moment, but that too is just a process of change that's going on. So we will start, and if you would just tune into that wonderful flame energy, Archangel Metatron, strength, but gentle strength. He can be fierce when he wishes to be, when he needs to be, he tells me, not wishes, when he needs to be, so that his message comes through so that we are able to actually hear and understand him more readily than we have in the past. And for some of us, he assures me that there are other guides who will come through to assist them in their journey. So it's going to be a really exciting and wonderful year. So here we go. The first card for January was relationships. And it's always been a beautiful card to me. You have the trees, which to me signify the strength, the support of Mother Earth growing, but also the beauty that we can see. We have the double heart. We've got the unity of two, which of course is all about relationships. And relationships are not simply with other people. They are relationships with yourself, with spirit, with the earth, with every living thing, including other people. We will become more conscious of how the relationships we have affect us and the effect that we have on others. We will be drawn to those people who are in alignment with us, and those people whose energies will become uncomfortable to us. We will both parties will naturally draw back from each other. It's a natural process. The message on the card simply says, gather those you love, celebrate family, friendships, warm hearts, and your sense of purpose as relationships grow closer and enrich you, which is exactly what the double heart is telling me. The heart is love, heart love. Without that heart love, we simply cannot continue to grow in the ways in which we need to, spirit needs us to. And I'm being reminded that when I say spirit, I have to include the starseeds, the alien, the ET energy, the off-earth world energies I'm hearing, who are already here and waiting to strengthen the relationship that they have with us and will continue to have with us into the future. So that was January. In February, we have move. Now, this speaks to me of several different things. Just excuse me for a moment. For some reason, in the heat we've had today, I've really been dry. So here we go. Move. What I'm automatically drawn to is the fact that she is suspended. She's suspended above the earth. She's balancing on one foot and she has one hand on the rope, but the other arm is stretching to the sky. And her gown is blowing in a breeze, the wind coming across. We have the energy, all of the elements here. We have actually support. We have the element of air, and we have the element of, I feel, the earth, and they've got the earth, and we have water, and the color that we've got is telling us of the sun. So we have fire, so we have all of the elements here, and of course we have the cosmos up here. And she is reaching for spirit, she's reaching for the cosmos, but she's also got the support that the earth elementals can bring us. And she is perfectly happy, safe, protected, and sure in what she's doing. She doesn't feel concerned about being so high above everything else. She is protected by spirit in what she's doing, and she has the freedom to relax and enjoy the wind beneath her feet. So the message that it reads is, usher in the new energy that brings you new beginnings. Remain positive to move forward fearlessly, which is what 2018 is all about, because it is all about new change. New change, by its very definition, means having to move. Whether it is moving your inner perception, moving your external perception of people and places, and perhaps even moving, I'm hearing moving in location also. There is going to be a general energetic movement and settling of energies and people in places that they hadn't considered first, but that they're going to be drawn to these places, they're going to be drawn to these things, whether it is simply with where they are, with the people who they're with, whether what Metatron is saying is that it is also ushering in the move, the change within. So we want, with opening, as in February with the relationships, in opening our heart, we are able to move in ways that we had not anticipated previously. In March, we have a return to, or a reminder that nature is there. And again, we have the beautiful tree, the solidity of the earth, of the trees that are supporting us. And we mustn't forget, of course, the huge role that trees play in our atmospheric purity, is what I'm hearing. But more so than that, it is this sense of strength and support and purity that we need ourselves. We need to ensure that with all of the changes that we have going on in our relationships, in ourselves, we need the stabilization that nature provides us and provides freely. Even if you are only able to go for a walk in, I'm hearing a walk in the park, and they're laughing at me because they're saying where I am in Australia, a walk on the beach. Even if you don't walk in the middle of the day, feel the sand between your toes, the earth between your toes. Even if it is only a walk in the garden where you take off your shoes and feel the grass beneath your feet. Allow yourself to sink into the strength of Mother Earth and draw from her the energy she freely provides. Become one with the world in which you live. The message for us on the card is, sit in nature today or connect with animals to ignite your passion for clarity. A still mind reveals many answers. So we are asked again, this is a relationship with self. It is to nourish yourself, to move away from perhaps being so concerned about giving to others at the expense of yourself, which many of us are guilty of. We need to take the time to center ourselves. And anyone who has anything to do with animals is aware of the joy that animals can give to us. Their love unconditionally is an immense support. Their very nature, the way they light up their eyes, wag their tails, or come close for a cuddle. Birds will sing when you come home. There are animals of all different kinds can bring pleasure, but they are also representative of nature, Mother Nature, and the necessity for each of us to move into nature to replenish our souls, our spirits, and our bodies with the peace that nature can provide. So that's the first quarter of the year. Then we move on to April. And April's card is emotion. And we have an image of a beautiful woman. And to me, she is looking longingly at a child held within her arms. And she's surrounded by the most beautiful blues, pinks, and purples, and the glow of spirit around her. And the child within is the welcoming of a new spirit. And what Metatron is saying is that whilst it might be thought to simply mean a child, the welcoming of a child bringing a greater emotion, it is also a welcoming of the new energy which new life represents, but the new energy which may be at that time becoming stronger within, and therefore enriching and changing the way we look at, the way she looks at herself and the world around her. And the message she gives is: honor your sensitivity. Emotional issues that surround you pass as you take time to reflect, heal, and restore your positive energy. So it's also a message that the emotions that we have are all valid feelings. And by releasing them, by honoring their presence and then releasing them, we are able to move on. She has the energy, she has the glow of spirit to surround her, and it will be possible for everyone to do that, to move on. For May, we have the card of wisdom. And it's such a powerful card. We have the image of the lion in the background and the beautiful image of the woman here. And when I look at this card, I'm drawn to the fact that her third eye has been fully activated. She has the ability to see spirit. She also has her heart chakra completely woken. So heart and mind have joined together, and she is able to see and sense and love spirit, the spirit that lies within each of us, the spirit that lies within her also. But it is an extremely strong and powerful card. I can feel the energy of that card. It is telling us that the work that we have done through the previous 4 months in honoring ourselves and our emotions, and in a willingness to move into and out of the relationships with self and others, is seeing the growth of the wisdom within. And once that happens, there is and will be a change within you which reflects that growth. The message is, wisdom is understanding, intelligence, knowledge, and the acceptance of life experiences. Be wise. Do not give your power to others. Speak your truth. And that is, if you think about the lion, the energy of the lion, and we have the image of the falcon here, the falcon who can soar at great heights and is able to have an overview of everything. It is a time of incredible power and strength and sensitivity. And if we have accepted the energetic change within heart and mind, and opened ourselves to spirit, and Metatron is telling me, is reminding me again, that spirit will develop further those people who have abilities and will awaken those abilities in those people who are ready. This is the month of May. This is when we might see a huge growth in the acceptance of the way we understand and accept our place in not just the world, but in the greater cosmos. It will be a time when the ET energies will be growing more and more within the sphere of the earth. In June, after all of the development that we've had, we almost naturally see the card of fear. And to me, what I get from this is that there will be those people who will question their ability or the changes that they are going through. It's a natural state to be in. It is good to have, I'm told it is good to have a belief and a surety in what you are doing. It is also healthy to, at times, find fear rising, as long as we honor it and then let it pass. Excuse me. The message is, fear has no place in your heart. Distance yourself from drama and destructive situations as you breathe in love. People will be challenged by the changes that they see and feel in you. They will also feel challenged by the growth of love and understanding that is growing in the world. We need to be able to step back from the dramas that are being played out within our own lives, within the greater collective, and hold a space of heart emotion, of love and light, and to allow the drama to not capture you in its claws, is what I'm being told. There is a there are within the collective those elements who, when drama begins, feed the drama to suit their own ends. By removing yourself from that drama, by refusing to be drawn into those situations where anger and hate and fear can flourish, we will automatically diminish those feelings. We will be able to replace them with love. And this is what we are being asked to do. We need to draw attention to the fact that whilst there may be fear around, she is holding a sword. She has the strength, she has the ability to overcome any obstacles which actually may face her. In facing the fear and in stepping back from it, she has overcome it, and she overcomes it without having to draw her sword against it. It is almost a protective shield. In July, so we have fear and removing yourselves from drama in June. In July, we have forgive. And this is a really interesting image for me. We have a beautiful woman, but her hair, and on the top of her head you have the image of, I feel, a wolf. And wolf has always been symbolic for me insofar as the wolf is a pack animal. They look after each other. They overlook many different things for the strength of their pack. And after we have gained wisdom in May and faced the fear and distanced ourselves from the drama in June, in July we're asked to forgive. So we're forgiving ourselves. Metatron said we need to forgive ourselves first and foremost, because we may stumble. And if we stumble, we need to be strong enough to stand up and say that I am back on track again. So we have to forgive ourselves. And the message that she's telling us is, find forgiveness in your heart. Your heart is so important. Release the pain and find peace as you clear the burdens that have restricted you. So we're forgiving those who may have held us back. We're forgiving those who may have cast doubt or aspersions or criticism against what we say and how we live our lives. Metatron has said that he and his brethren will always be here to support us, that the words and criticisms of others will pass. All we have to do is to step back from the drama of the situation, to not enter into the argument, to allow it to pass, to allow them to have their voice if necessary, but hold true to your own self. Forgive them for what they say. They are speaking from a place where they have no idea, or they have no knowledge, or they have a fear of what you are saying, what you are embodying how you are living your life is causing them fear, so they respond. Forgiveness is the greatest thing we can do for ourselves and towards others to resolving this. So this is what we are asked to do in August. In September, after we have faced our fear and forgiveness, we find that we are rewarded with power. It doesn't mean power over others, but if you look at this beautiful image, we see a woman dressed in liquid gold, surrounded by the beautiful liquid gold of sunshine, of light, of spirit. And she is radiant. She radiates the power and strength and conviction of all that she is. She radiates the power that spirit has embodied within her. The message she brings is, exciting new adventures and opportunities beckon you. Take action. The power is in your hands. Remember, it is the power of love, and the love, not the love of power. So we are once again reminded that 2018, a year of change, in September can mean great change. Change within and change without, so in our surroundings. We have the power within to enable us to achieve all that is presented to us. Metatron is saying that all we have to do is to place our trust in spirit and ask for guidance. They will not push us. They will not even lead us by the hand. They will take us by the hand if we wish to listen to their guidance. But we have the power to make the decision ourselves, and we have the strength to do so. We simply need to ask for angelic, for spiritual guidance and help, and it will be there. But we must ask, and we have the power to do that, and the power within ourselves as spiritual beings to achieve all that we have dreamed of being able to achieve. In October, I think I've lost. Sorry, that was in August. In September, I'm trying to get ahead of myself. In September, we have the beautiful card of Evolve. And we again have the tree on Mother Earth growing towards the sunlight. But we have the light of spirit coming down, and we have beautiful butterflies, this symbols of change. As the butterfly goes from the little grub into the cocoon and finally emerges as the beautiful butterfly. Butterflies have often been held as the symbol of a spirit around us, as well as the beautiful orbs that we see. We are being told that the process of evolving within ourselves, within the collective, is continuing. The message on the card is, the green light is on and the time is now. So September is a time of great movement. Release anything that has held you back. This is your life. Be ready to evolve. We can expect great changes in September within ourselves if we are willing to embrace them. And this is the message that Spirit have brought, in that no one will be forced to move beyond that which they are comfortable in doing. But those who wish to move forward, those who are ready to move, to change, to evolve, the time is now. We have moved through the process of building our hearts, our emotions, our connections with nature. We've moved away from the drama. We have gained wisdom and been able to step back from the fear-based elements. We have forgiven ourselves and others. We have gained the power and the clarity to grow. And now is the time for that to emerge in a strong, positive sense. In October, we have the card of Universe. And again, we have another beautiful image. We have a woman dressed in this glorious gown that is encompassing everything. In her hand, she holds the moon, and yet we have the moon behind her. Is it simply a reflection? Is it the light of Spirit coming down? Whatever it is, she has the universe. She is within the universe. She has become a part of the universe through her evolution, as she was always meant to be, as we are always meant to be. The message reads, give your cares and worries to the universe and completely surrender any need for control. By becoming a part of the universe, by accepting that the universe is greater than we are, and we are able to surrender our cares and worries to it, we become a greater part of it. We become more in alignment with it than we have been up until that point. And this is what we have to look forward to in October. In November, we have the card of Spirit. Now, this card to me has always meant, it's always been the symbol of a path to Spirit, and that's the door to Spirit, and Spirit is coming through. It's always been a gateway for Spirit to come to us, and a gateway for us to communicate with Spirit. And I'm told that we can actually go through the doorway to communicate with Spirit at any time. And the message reads, Spirit is the true essence that allows you to connect to all that is. Breathe in the light of divinity and allow it to be absorbed into your soul. This is in effect a gift for us to be able to see, to feel, to accept Spirit, to allow Spirit to come to us. We are being offered the opportunity of always being able to see, greet, be a part of Spirit. The Spirit that is within us will be able to be one with the Spirit that is around us at all times. So we need never fear being alone. Spirit will always be there. In December, we have a beautiful surprise. After the year has gone, we have paradise. Now we have, pardon me, we have the beautiful gateway. The gateway that we can go through at any time, and spirit can come through at any time if we welcome them. We have the chair that we can sit on and be comfortable, welcoming spirit. I am told that it is a sign that those of us who have welcomed spirit and grown and evolved through the course of the year will find that our world, our life, our very being will achieve a state of paradise within. It is the tranquility that we search for that is available to us once we connect heart to mind. And once we have done that, then we have been able to go through the doorway to greater access with spirit, and to allow spirit greater access to your own heart. The message that on the card is a message from your departed loved ones. We are with you always as we hear your words and watch you tenderly from above. We love you. Spirit, so many of us, Metatron said, grieve the loss of our loved ones. And he's prodding me. My father passed away on the 2nd of January, 19 years ago tomorrow. This year, in March, it will be exactly a decade since my mother passed away. It has been, and still is, a painful experience and time for me. It is not a time of year when I do not remember with absolute clarity the last time that I was able to see and speak with my father. In particular, today is a day that I think of him frequently. And knowing that in a couple of months it will be the same for my mother, with whom I was very close. And I am Metatron. Metatron is reminding me that I am simply a reflection of so many others who feel exactly the same way. Whilst I and many others understand that they have simply returned to spirit and are freely able to be with me and are with me, supporting me, that it is only by placing the emotion of grief and loss to such an extent within your heart that you are unable to bridge that connection, to feel the closeness of your departed loved ones. that we can ask for signs from them that they are indeed around us. And once we have received those signs, be it via sense that we recognize as being theirs, whether it is because they smoked, or the aftershave, or the perfume, or the particular smell that each person has within our own unconsciousness, subconsciousness, that we know, that we recognize, whether it is by the gentle touch on your face, the brush, the feather-like brush of a kiss on your lips, the knowledge that they are holding you close. We are asked to accept that they are really indeed, in fact, present. And that paradise, the paradise of being part of our spirit family, always, despite their passing, this is the gift that we are being given with paradise, is knowing that we are not separate, we are not apart from them. So we've got a big year in new change, a new way of looking at things, development for people who already have gifts, psychic abilities, a deepening of the emotion that we feel, which enables us to connect more strongly with spirit. For people who have previously not held any abilities, there will be an awakening. There'll be an a gaining of wisdom, moving away from the drama, gaining power, evolving, surrendering to the universe and becoming a part of the universe, welcoming spirit, and being able to achieve that paradise of the unity of all spirit. I asked Metatron if we could have a card which would be an overview for us, a central feeling for the year. And I used the, here we go. I used the Lightworker Oracle by, it's typical, isn't it? I should know, Alana Fairchild, sorry Alana. The Lightworker Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and I was given this card. Heart transmission. And we are shown a beautiful angel with their hands over their heart, but their heart is so full of love that the light is bursting through. And you can see the absolute peace on their face as they're standing there, and the rose which symbolizes, is it a rose? To me it is a rose. Metatron said the flower can actually be anything that you perceive it to be that has significance for you. But the central message for the entire year is the heart transmission. So we are being asked throughout the year, as we move through the year, to remember that the heart, moving and living from the heart into the world of love, unconditional love, is the thing, the emotion, the feeling, the belief, the strength that will take us through this year of change with ease and see us into paradise at the end of the year. Now, I think that's gone on for long enough. I hope you have enjoyed it. I want to thank everybody who watches my videos and leaves comments for me. I want to thank those people who visit my Facebook page and leave their comments. I will continue to do the work there as I am guided. But I want to thank everyone who is being a part of this journey. They're not simply, you're not simply supporting my journey, which you are doing, and I appreciate it. You are also growing in your own journey. Metatron said that each and every one of us who will put ourselves forward and do something and use the connection we have with spirit will help to raise the vibration within ourselves and within the world. And it is only in this way that we will achieve the changes that we as individuals and we as a collective are also asking for. So with that in mind, since it's gone on a lot longer than I had anticipated, I want to wish you a wonderful and terrific start to the new year. And I hope that everything is going well with you. Please don't hesitate to leave me comments. Send me a message if you want me to look at something in particular, and I can ask Metatron about it. And I will return again when Metatron gives me an indication that it needs something else brought out. So until then, be well, be safe, and whichever God or being you are in alignment with, be with them and be with love. Namaste. Thank you.